Please come.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Morning. Please sit down. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
What is your name?
Sir, I am Bhanu Prakash, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Bhanu Prakash, kindly tell us about yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Dr. Bhanu Prakash. I am from Mysore district of Karnataka state. I have done my schooling from Jawaharlal Navodaya Vidyalaya. Then I did my graduation in MBBS and then my post graduation in MD Pediatrics. And for last 3 years I am working as a pediatrician and assistant professor in a private medical college in Bangalore. And apart from that, sir, I take interest in creative writing for health awareness.
Okay.
And this is about my profession, sir. And in personal life, I have hobbies of swimming in natural ponds, and I play table tennis. I have been married for 3 years, and I have 1 child, sir.
Okay. So, your wife is also a doctor?
Yes, sir. She is an anesthetist, sir.
She is
an anesthetist, sir. She has done her MD in anesthesia.
Okay. So, your profession, you are able to look after the child very well, no?
Yes, sir.
And where are your parents staying?
Sir, my parents, they currently stay in Mysore district, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have a plot, and my father he was a factory worker, sir, before. Now he is retired for last 3 years, and he is taking care of he is working as a farmer, sir.
Farmer.
Yes, sir.
And your mother?
She is an Anganwadi worker, sir.
Okay. And you are in which city, and they are in Mysore? Where, in which city are you?
Sir, currently I am working in Bangalore, sir.
Okay. So, they visit you or you visit them sometimes?
I visit every 15 days once, sir. Because of these exams, currently for last 1 year they are visiting me.
Okay. Now, tell me that about India. Are you optimistic about India, the future of India? Are you optimistic?
Yes, sir. I am very optimistic about it, sir.
Why?
Sir, I am very optimistic, especially because the way we are heading. Recently, India currently in economy. India currently stands 5th in GDP. And also at a time when there is global geopolitical turmoil and the global slowdown worldwide, India has been in that bright spot where India has been one of the fastest growing economy in the world, sir. That is in terms of economy.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. Apart from that, even recently, United Nations Population Fund has said that India has become the most populous country in the world.
So is that an achievement, you think?
Not exactly achievement, sir, but the way the demographic transition India is happening, and we have 25% of our population is less than 40.
Demographic transition, you have dividend only if you use it or exploit it.
Yes, sir.
Most of your labor force or people in this age group are unskilled.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, it's
Definitely,
more of a
sir.
burden than an advantage.
Yes, sir. So, currently our population 25% is less than 14 years of age, and our average age stands at 29 years.
No,
So
you answer my question. They are unskilled, most of them, I am saying.
Yes, sir.
They
It
are
depends upon
unfit to be employed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything
so if
else?
you are able to,
Anything else?
yes,
Anything else?
sir, apart from the economy and human capital, currently also India is doing good in the international forums. India is taking that leadership, be it International Solar Alliance, and presently hosting the presidency of G20. So India, I believe, it's getting its due place in the global forums.
So,
also.
hosting G20 president, is it an achievement?
No,
Why India got this honor?
Yes, sir. So though it in itself is not an achievement, but definitely it gives India a chance to showcase itself.
But why did it get G20 presidency? Because of our stature in the world?
No, sir. It comes by alphabetic order. It's going. Last year it was.
So there is no achievement as far as that is concerned. But tell me about northern India. I am sure you are keeping a track of things. Now, recently these temples have been opened. You know that, Uttarakhand? Are you aware of these temples?
I am not aware, sir. Sorry.
You are not aware of Kedarnath, Badrinath?
I am not. I am aware of those temples, sir. If there are any other temples recently opened, that I am not aware, sir.
But you don't know about anything about those temples that they are in news and recently they were opened? No idea at all?
Sir, I have read about Chardham, sir. Kedarnath is opened recently. I know about Chardham, sir. If there are any other temples.
What else do you know about Kedarnath temple? Anything else you know?
Sorry, sir. I'll read about more.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, tell me, what are the women-centric schemes in India which are helping the women?
Yes. So with regard to women, sir, I would like to start from health, sir. In health, we have many schemes related to women, like Janani Suraksha Yojana, Janani Shushu Suraksha Karyakram, then Matritva Sahayog Abhiyan, Ma scheme, Ma Subject Affection. So these are with regard to the reproductive rights of women, sir, and with regard to the health. And for adolescent women, we have a Sabala scheme, Sabala. Then that is with regard to the health, sir. Then coming to the education sector, we have especially to promote women in the STEM, science, technology, education and mathematics. We have Kiran scheme to push them into the STEM.
But any schemes which are helping women in very large numbers? Anything else? Empowering them more?
Sir,
this is a welfare, but how about empowering women? Any schemes, acts, anything else?
Sir, I would say it would be the 1/3 reservation which is provided to the women in the PRIs. That is helping to the maximum, I believe, sir.
PRI is what?
The public, the Panchayat Raj institutions.
Okay, my last question is, tell me, according to you, what judicial reforms are required in India?
Yes, sir. Sir, Indian judiciary, though it is doing well, there are a lot of pendency of cases. It runs into crores. So to reduce those things, we need certain reforms, sir. For example, the first thing is the digitization of the ecosystem. The e-courts project which the Supreme Court has come up with, that is a step in right direction. Apart from that, the appointments with regard to the judiciary, especially there are many judicial vacancies are very high. It is up to 35%. So that needs to be done, sir, the appointments and improvements in the infrastructure. And we need to create an ecosystem for arbitration and mediation. So that would help in reducing the pendency of cases, sir. That would be third thing, sir. Fourth thing is the strong support system. As mentioned in Prakash Singh case, strong support system from the investigating team. So these are some reforms in the judiciary, sir.
Have you read today's newspaper?
Yes, sir, I was reading.
You have. Just tell me 3 major headlines today.
Yes. So today's headline, one thing is with regard to the judiciary in West Bengal, there is Supreme Court has asked one of the judges in West Bengal or Kolkata High Court to reassign the case because of conflict of interest, perceived conflict of interest.
What kind of conflict of interest was it?
Sir, there is an allegation against a politician who has filed a petition in the Supreme Court saying that the judge to whom his case has been assigned has made some remarks about that person previously. So Supreme Court has taken that note and has...
But every day judges make remarks in the courts. What is so different about it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the Supreme Court has taken note and it has told to reassign the case to
other two more headlines, can you tell me?
Yes, sir. Sir, other thing is with regard Supreme Court has asked the Uttar Pradesh State Police with regard to the steps taken post encounter of the 2 gangsters in Uttar Pradesh. That is the second thing, sir. Third thing is with regard to the allegations against the Wrestling Federation of India, the strike or the protest that is happening.
Okay, thank you. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bhanu Prakash, you are a pediatrician.
Yes, sir, I am a pediatrician.
You are also an assistant professor.
Yes, sir.
How is the ICDS scheme functioning?
Yes, sir. Sir, ICDS scheme is it is functioning through Anganwadi, sir. Basically through Anganwadi centers.
How is it functioning? This takes care of rural
yes, sir. It
children
takes care of,
below
yes,
5 years, below 6 years.
Yes, sir.
And their mothers.
Yes, sir.
So, as a pediatrician, what do you think? Is it functioning well? Does it need any changes?
Yes, sir. So currently there has been a recent Saksham Anganwadi scheme, which has been, there is upgradation of the Anganwadis. It is doing quite well, sir. It takes care of the pre-formal school education of children from 3 to 6 years of age, then nutrition part of the children. Then also with regard, it acts as a first referral point and screening point for the children. Since my own mother is also an Anganwadi worker, I have seen it at the grassroots level, sir.
What are the more important functions of the Anganwadi worker?
Yes, sir.
In your perception?
Yes, sir. Sir, apart from the ICDS, the core 6 functions of the Anganwadi workers, they're also been part of implementation of many other schemes, sir. For example, they act as depot holder for many ailments, be it RNTCP, tuberculosis, be it for contraception and iron folic acid. And they also depot holder for the issuing of rations to the postnatal mothers. That is second thing, sir. Then registration of the vital statistics, be it deaths or birth, registration of the vital statistics.
So would you like to make any interventions in the ICDS scheme with
Sir,
respect to children and mothers?
Yes, sir. Sir, with regard to children and mothers, sir, first thing we need to upgrade the Anganwadi workers, the whole ICDS scheme, though it is working for the last 4 decades, they have been not recognized as a, it is still running as a scheme, which is, there are a lot of resource constraints for the same, sir. That needs to be upgraded under NEP.
Other than resource constraints, are there any other constraints in the scheme?
Yes, sir. Sir, one thing, though nutrition part is currently doing good, sir, but the diversification of the diet which is lacking, sir.
That is part of nutrition.
Yes, sir.
Is the child gaining weight because of the midday meal or the noon meal programs?
Sir,
Is there any study being done?
Yes. So the malnutrition part has come down, sir.
Has come down?
Yes, sir.
Despite ICDS?
With
Despite the additional meals that are being given. Why is that?
No, sir, I told malnutrition has come down, sir. It is helping in bringing down malnutrition.
Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Anyway, now, why do you want to leave this profession?
Sir, I would say I don't want to leave this profession, sir, but the thing is, when I was doing my residency in pediatrics, I joined pediatrics being inspired from my mother, sir. While doing my residency, apart from the clinical issues, I was also exposed to other administrative and other social issues, with which, and there were certain incidents.
But Mr. Bhanu, this is your core competency. You are a doctor. You are an MD.
Yes.
Why would you like to waste all of this that you have learned
Yes.
and go into this mundane administrative jobs?
Yes, sir. Sir, again, I was exposed to all those social and administrative issues, which I thought, and there were certain incidents, sir, which made me think that whether I should be further subspecializing. Actually,
So there will be some incidents when you are in the civil service and you will switch over again.
Not exactly, sir. Sir, actually, it was there were certain incidents which made me think, rather than subspecializing, I should be trying to get into more grassroots levels, and I should be trying to work in more diverse.
Child care is grassroots.
Yes, sir.
What more can be there in child care?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me this, you are fond of swimming in natural ponds and lakes.
Yes.
There was a recent census of water bodies in India. Are you aware?
Yes, sir. I read about it, sir.
How many water bodies were identified?
Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall the numbers, sir.
2.4 million.
Thank you for that.
How many in Karnataka?
Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall the numbers, sir.
What is a water body?
Sir, if I'm allowed to guess, I'll try, sir.
No, there's no guess. Okay. Now, who is right in the Kaveri River water dispute? Tamil Nadu or Karnataka?
Sir, it would be difficult to say who is right or
No,
wrong.
somebody has to be right, somebody has to be wrong, because the dispute continues.
Sir, it is expected among the riparian states who share common resources to have such kind of.
Karnataka is the upper riparian state. It has certain
Yes, sir.
responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
And there are tribunal orders and there are Supreme Court orders which Karnataka does not
Yes, sir.
implement in the lean months.
Yes, sir.
So Karnataka is obviously in the wrong.
Yes. Sir, it's a good sign that for the last 4 years, the tensions have come down, sir, after the Supreme Court verdict. And we have been able to adhere to the,
Who is right,
Supreme
who is
Court
wrong?
verdict. Sorry, sir.
Who is right, who is wrong?
Sir, it would be difficult to say who is right or wrong.
Indus Waters Treaty.
Yes, sir.
There have been some developments.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell them? Can you tell us?
Yes. So Indus Water Treaty is between India and Pakistan, which was brokered by World Bank, sir. With regard to the recent changes, there has been calls for because of the climate change, there has been changes in the flow of the river water. So which needs to be considered and necessary amendments are to be made, sir. That is the current issue.
India has sent a notice to Pakistan.
Sorry, sir.
India has sent a notice to
Yes.
Pakistan on the treaty. Are you aware of this?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware. I'll read about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Bhanu Prakash,
Yes,
you are from Mysore.
yes.
Tell me about Mysore, something.
So, Mysore is a city and it is aptly dubbed as cultural capital of Karnataka, sir. And it was ruled by Odayas of Mysore, whose contribution has been immense to the kingdom of Mysore. And from Mysore, we have in Mysore, sir, we have Dasara, which is called as a Nada Habba or festival of the state. And the population of Mysore, it's around 30 lakhs of the district, sir. And the literacy rate is above the national average. It stands at 86% in Mysore. And to name a few famous personalities from Mysore, apart from the Odayars of Mysore, we had Vishwesvaraya, who was on whose birthday we celebrate National Engineers Day. And we have famous sports personalities like Javagal Srinath and Vikas Gowda in discuss through. And Rashtrakavi Kuvempu was from the district of Mysore, sir.
Some important dam is there?
Yes, sir. There is KRS Dam, sir, which is built across River Kaveri. Though it is near to Mysore, it belongs to the district of Mandya, sir.
And in Mysore there is one very good garden also.
Yes, sir. There are many gardens in the Mysore, sir, and the most famous one is with the Brindavan Garden, that is in the KRS.
Have you visited Brindavan Garden yourself?
Yes, sir. I have visited it, sir.
Can you tell 5 plants already planted there?
Sorry, sir. 5
5.
plants. I'll have to read about it, sir.
Okay. What are the important flora and fauna of your state? Such a beautiful state, Karnataka, very
Yes, sir.
rich.
Yes, sir.
Tell.
Sir, Karnataka is endowed with a rich biodiversity, especially with regard to the Western Ghats. The animals I can think of is Karnataka hosts the second highest number of tigers. We have highest number of elephants, and we are rich in the bisons, the Indian gaur. Then there is cheetahs, and there are some
Cheetah
unique,
is
sir.
not there. Cheetah is not there.
Cheetal, sir.
Cheetal.
Cheetal.
Okay.
Cheetal.
Cheetal. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Deer. Okay.
Yes, sir. So apart from that, there are some endangered or critically endangered, like we have Malabar civet, slender lories in the Western Ghats, sir, endemic to Western Ghats. And coming to the plants, sir, we have in the Western Ghats we have Shisham wood, and very special is the Neela Kurunji, which blossoms once in 12 years. It is specific to endemic to Western Ghats. And then we have Shola grasslands, sir. These are
Okay,
some-
you mentioned about the Western Ghat importance. Okay,
Yes.
some committees has given some recommendations.
Yes, sir.
Can you recall what are those committees I am referring to?
Yes, sir. Sir, with regard to the ecosystem of Western Ghats, 2 committees were formed, sir. First one was under Madhav Gadgil committee. It has recommended that 76% of the area of Western Ghats to be declared as eco-sensitive zone. However, the parties to it, the different states, could not reach a consensus and they were not in agreement. So again, Kasturi Rangan committee was formed for the same, sir, and who recommended 33% of the Western Ghats should be declared as eco-sensitive zone. And again, the states involved again have rejected and have told that it would be difficult to implement the same. Currently, it is sub judice, sir, whether to implement it or not.
So recently, Supreme Court has given one ruling regarding, and they have already changed their earlier judgment regarding eco-sensitive zone.
Yes, sir.
First, define what is eco-sensitive zone
Yes, sir.
and what is the buffer zone they have approved.
Yes. So, eco-sensitive zone is the one wherein the particular geography which is important for its biodiversity and its pristine ecosystem, and it is sensitive or fragile if there are any changes in the ecosystem may lead to loss of biodiversity, and especially it is surrounding the national parks or the reserved areas. With regard to the recent judgment, Supreme Court has decreased the 1 kilometer around the reserved areas, which was earlier there. There has been some concessions given in the same, sir.
Like
I'm
concessions
not
like
sure, sir. I'll read about it, sir.
mining is allowed. Mining is
Mining
allowed
is
in
not
that.
allowed, sir.
Not allowed.
Mining is not allowed.
Okay. Our Prime Minister was in Karnataka
Yes.
in a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
In what purpose he was there?
sir. Last month, the Honorable Prime Minister visited Karnataka for opening of opening of many projects, sir.
No, not that. Regarding some national park, something like
Sir,
that.
he was in Bandipur National Park.
That I wanted.
Bandipur National
What
Park.
for he was there?
Sir, to mark the,
Hmm.
I'll take a minute. Sir, he was in Bandipur National Park on the occasion of releasing the tiger census, sir.
Hmm. And Project Tiger,
Pro-
how many
to
years?
mark the 50
has-
years of
50
Project
years.
Tiger.
And then he went to another national park.
Yes, sir.
Which one is that?
He visited Annamalai Reserve and Bandipur National Park.
Okay. In Annamalai, what was his, what he did?
Sir.
Very specific.
Yes, sir. And in Annamalai Reserve, he met Bomman and his wife Bomman and Belli,
Right.
who are part of taking care of orphan elephants in Annamalai Tiger Reserve, and the same has been shown in the Whispers of Elephant,
Okay.
the documentary which won.
My
Oscars.
last question now is, what do you understand by the Shri Anna?
Yes, sir.
And in what is the status of Karnataka?
Yes. Sir, Shri Anna is a scheme under NFSS, sir. It is. Sorry, sir. I'm getting confused, sir.
It is about millets.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, I'll
Thank
read
you.
about it.
Thank you.
Because I have to go, I'll just keep my
Yeah,
feedback.
sure.
Well, doctor, I have to go somewhere, some urgent work. So I'll just give you
Yes, sir.
my reaction
Please.
to the discussion we had. First is, of course, about your appearance. Please wear a suit and all,
Yes, sir.
right? And tie length should be properly done up to the belt.
Yes.
Have your hair cut, small little thing. And in entry, knock at the door thrice, open the door partially. May I come in, sir?
Yes.
Come and stand near the chair. Wish only the chairperson, not everyone. Okay. Then a lady member and others, just look at them with a smile and nod. You are a very smart person. You are very confident. You speak very well with a booming voice. Now, but coming to questions, a little bit of suggestions here and there about Kedarnath temple and all. Do know about what's happening in northern India. News also. The judge had given a TV interview while the case was still before him. So you should have known the details.
I read about Jagjio yesterday.
About why about optimistic about India? Please add infrastructure. You are having roads, airports everywhere. That's very important. For women-centric schemes, now housing. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, names as the women are added as owners. You have cooking gas, you have toilets. There is so much to talk about it. But being a doctor, you always go towards the health. So that is there. And judicial reforms do add, the procedure is very long, adjournments.
Yes.
So that must be cut down. And and you answer very quickly, you are in a hurry. Listen to the question carefully, pause, think and answer.
Yes.
And if you know the answer, come direct to the point, give brief answer. If you don't know, say I don't know. And if you partially know, give the partial answer, say so. Sir, I only know this much, or I can't recall the rest, whatever is the truth. You will make it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, now he'll ask you and then later they'll give you
Yes,
their
sir.
feedback. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bhanu Prakash,
Yes.
you have mentioned in your DAF that you got the Best Parliamentarian, Best Youth Parliamentarian Award. Now, what is the difference between a unicameral parliamentary system and a bicameral parliamentary system?
Yes. Sir, in parliamentary system, we have unicameral and bicameral systems. In bicameral, we have two houses, the legislative house and the council. And India has the 6 states of India has legislative council in India, legislative councils also. Whereas in unicameral, we have only one in the state level. And at the center, we have bicameral systems, sir. We have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha, where the representation is given to the states, council of states. Whereas Lok Sabha, we have directly elected representatives.
Now, both in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha, each state in the country gets the number of seats according to its population.
Yes.
UP, for example, is very large in population and it has got the number of seats in Lok Sabha on the basis of its population, also in Rajya Sabha.
Yes.
So isn't it duplication then?
Yes, sir. Sir, with regard to the duplication, sir, in an ideal federal polity, it would be fair if all the states are equally represented in the Council of States. However, in case of Indian's Rajya Sabha, I would differ from saying duplication, because Rajya Sabha, it's not just a dilatory chamber, it also has equal powers except for money bills. Except for the money bills and holding accountability of the ministers, it has equal powers with regard to Lok Sabha. Second thing, sir, it gives space to those people who have done excellent in different walks of life, provides them space for representing people without going through the process of elections. So these are the two reasons why.
Can you tell me a country where one of the houses is constituted in such a way that each state gets the same number of seats?
Yes, sir, it is in the United States of America.
Now, in the United States, the lower house, that is the House of Representatives, has the money powers,
Yes.
but the upper house has certain exclusive powers, such as,
I'm not aware. I'll read about
well, in regard to ratifying appointments of judges and ambassadors and other high officials, the Senate has them. Now, in India, the Rajya Sabha doesn't have any such exclusive power.
Yes.
So, how do you say that it's still equally important?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is a fact that Lok Sabha has more overriding powers compared to Rajya Sabha, especially with regard to the voting on budgets. But Rajya Sabha also has powers, be it in selection of the ministers or even the Prime Minister. And there are some unique powers with Rajya Sabha. For example, creating of a new All India services, like it was done for Indian Forest Service. That is one unique power given to Rajya Sabha under Article 312. So, Rajya Sabha.
Do you think that the presidential system is more suited to India than the parliamentary system?
So, the constitutional makers has chosen responsibility over stability, sir. And for the last 75 years, considering the way Indian democracy has worked, be it in transition of power or be it in stability, India has been doing quite well. And also considering the diversity of India, which calls for representation of different sections of people, I believe parliamentary form is more suitable for India, sir, even now.
You have also mentioned in your draft that you do creative writing on health awareness.
Yes.
You write yourself these articles or you read other people's?
I write myself, sir. I have done.
So, what is then creative writing on health awareness?
Yes, sir.
Like you write stories or fiction or something
Yes,
like
sir.
that?
Sir, I have done I have written few slogans, even movie spoofs, role plays we used to do, sir, to create awareness.
Oh, that kind of creative.
Yes, sir.
Now, the World Health Organization is engaged in the task of creating global awareness on health.
Yes.
When is World Health Day observed by the WHO?
Yes, sir. I'm not able to.
You're not.
Sir. Sorry.
And where is the WHO located?
So, WHO is located in Geneva, sir, in Switzerland.
And who heads the WHO as the Director General?
Sir, currently it is Antonio Guterres. I'm sorry, sir, he is General Secretary of UNGA. It is Tedros.
What's his full name?
I'm not able.
From which country is he?
He's from Ghana.
Are you sure?
I think, sir.
He's
I'll
from
read
the
about
other coast of Africa.
I'll
Ghana is on the west coast,
Yes, sir.
but he's from the east coast. From which country?
I'll read about it, sir.
Ethiopia. He's from Ethiopia.
Thank you, sir.
Now, do you think that the WHO did a good job in regard to COVID?
So, though there were some concerns with regard to the working of WHO during COVID, definitely WHO had its relevance and it has worked during COVID. Especially, it was a time when we were not aware of managing cases, since the disease was new to every one of us. WHO timely and periodically came up with the managing guidelines, which were very helpful for the doctors. That is the first thing, sir. Second thing is with regard to the vaccination.
But you know, the WHO is blamed for not taking action promptly, which could have prevented the spread of coronavirus.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Definitely, there were allegations that.
Were there allegations or were these allegations substantiated?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. WHO could have announced the pandemic earlier, sir. It was late in doing the same. Second thing is, with regard to restrictions of the travel, WHO was very late in giving that direction, sir. With regard to restrictions to travel, it was kept as a last resort.
So the WHO did not perform its duties properly, yes? Would you agree?
Yes, sir. Though it was quite successful, it could have definitely done better, sir.
If it had prevented, then it would not have become a pandemic.
Yes,
The WHO never shared its information with other countries. Is that a correct view?
Sir, WHO had its own portal where it was updating the data with regard to the number of cases and other things. But with regard to the origin of the virus, there were some discrepancies in the data and the investigations.
A little while ago, you were talking about the Kaveri waters dispute.
Yes,
What is Operation Kaveri?
sir, I didn't get the question.
Operation Kaveri.
Yes, sir. Sir, Operation Kaveri is a mission for the evacuation or bringing back of the people from Indian origin who are stuck in Sudan crisis.
Why are
currently.
they stuck there?
Yes,
And
sir.
what is the Sudan crisis?
Yes, sir. Sir, first I would like to answer second part of the question, sir, with regard to
Okay.
Sudan crisis. So, in Sudan, the civilian crisis has been going on, and in the year
Civilian crisis.
sir, that was in the year 2018, sir, and in the year 2019, there was a truce made for the transition into the democratic form of government, and now they are in that process of merging or getting army under the civilian government, and now the two arms of the two parts of the army, one is the national army and the SRF, the special reserve force, who are paramilitary force. So the generals being ambitious,
Is it the SRF or is it the RSF?
I'll check it, sir.
It is the Rapid Support Forces,
Sorry, thank you, sir.
RSF. Who heads the RSF? That is, of course, you've not gone into so much of detail.
Yes, sir.
How many Indians have been brought back under Operation Kaveri?
So the exact numbers I am not aware,
You
sir, but
don't.
one batch has been brought back.
No, two batches. Two batches
you,
have
sir.
been. That means you didn't look at the papers today.
Yes.
I think, well, that's why you. Okay, my last question to you. You spoke a little while ago about SCO, also in your introductory remarks, what you read, isn't it? SCO. Now, how many countries are members of SCO?
Sir, SCO currently has 8 members, sir. It was started by Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan.
Are you sure Uzbekistan?
Yes, sir. Except Turkmenistan, all other Middle East countries.
No,
sir.
but how many were there to start with?
There were 5, sir.
So, which were the 5? You said Russia, China,
Yes, sir.
Kazakhstan, then you
Tajikistan
said.
and Kyrgyzstan.
So, Uzbekistan joined at a second
Yes, sir.
stage, then India and Pakistan.
Then India
joined.
and Pakistan also
Now,
joined.
is it of any use, this organization? What do you think? What is the use of SCO?
Yes, sir. Sir, the world is at such a stage where the multilateral forums are in a kind of stasis where they are not able to provide platform. So the world is looking towards the regional forums, which SCO can provide. One thing. Second thing is it is only a platform where India and Pakistan are a part of and are taking active part, and that can serve as a platform where the issues between India and Pakistan can be better can be tried to mended out, sir. That's two things. Sir.
As a doctor, my last question to you. Surely you follow the big awards in medicine. Who got the Nobel Prize for Medicine last year in 2022?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall name.
Okay. Has any Indian ever gotten the Nobel Prize for Medicine? Indian citizen. Has any Indian citizen?
Indian citizen has not got, sir.
And how many Indian citizens have got the Nobel Prize in all?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall. I'll read about it.
All right. Thank you.